Berlin has always been a magnet for creative talent. For centuries, artists have taken haven in the city where East meets West. In the 20th century, the city inspired the likes of Bowie, Brecht, Einstein and Isherwood, and it's good to see things haven't changed. The combination of cheap rents, low living expenses and free education has made this city the #1 destination for creatives, a melting pot of writers, designers, artists and dreamers. Even the walls of the city have become canvases for artistic expression. No surprise then that Berlin is also a mecca for filmmakers and film festivals. But British film festivals? I'm confused.
9 years ago, when I was still a student at university, my two friends, Jürgen and Andrea, they were running a film club in Berlin, and together we basically had the idea that how about a film festival that's featuring work from the university. People came, fantastic atmosphere, and by now we have extended it to a festival that's running for 5 days, featuring 150 films by professionals as well as students.
The University of Bedfordshire has developed close ties with the festival. Over the years, a number of students have had their work screened at British Shorts and the Sputnik Kino Cinema, where much of the action takes place. This is an achievement in itself, as the standards here are high. Some of the films screened here have gone on to win BAFTAs.
Shut up! I want to hear it from him.
This year, the RTS-nominated documentary O Syria, My Syria from UOB student Ismail Ahmed is flying the flag for Bedfordshire in Berlin.
O Syria, My Syria is a film that looks at the plight of 4 Syrian refugees in particular. And there was about 83,000 refugees in Jordan Zatri camp, where the setting for this documentary takes place. When you go to the camp and you see that people are sort of confined to this life inside a tenement square where they aren't really living, nor are they dead. They're just sort of merely existing in these camps. They have no sort of future at this moment in time.
قصف عرفتي صار في قصف بالبلد عندنا ومشان هالأطفال يعني هالصغار يخافوا يزرزعوا من القصف والضرب. قلنا قالوا بالزعتر بتوع الزعتر بالأردن للاجئين وسحبنا حالنا وجينا لون. معاي 4 أولاد 3 بنات.
Whether it's documentaries or dramas, comedies or animations, all the films have one thing in common. They are short and they are, in some way or other, British. But how does this work for the Berliners who make up the majority of the festival audience?
Britain and Ireland has a very vivid short film culture. People just have an interest in the country, in the culture, in the contemporary views or current views on what's happening in Great Britain. And I think in Germany, because everyone starts to learn English from a very early age, I think people are less hesitant to engage. So we're mostly not having any subtitles, and it's fine.
But it's not just films that the University of Bedfordshire sends out to the festival. For several years now, film lecturers Dave Green and John Digance have been a fixture in one of British Short's most intriguing features, the 48-hour film workshop.
Well, the idea behind the workshop is that we bring together as many people as possible, and this year we've got about 40, I think, in total. And it's creative people with ideas. So this year we've got dancers, filmmakers, poets, painters, all sorts of people, some with film experience, some not. And the idea is we work with them, talk about journeys around Berlin, show them a range of films, and they have 48 hours to produce a piece of work, which is then screened in the cinema.
It's a wonderful, wonderful exercise because it's people working fast, people being creative. It's about ideas, not technology. And they always produce really exciting, wonderful pieces of work.
Given that many movies can take years to make, 2 days is not a long time. But therein lies the magic of the 48-hour film challenge. Within a few hours, these strangers have become friends and filmmakers.
I think one of the very best things about this particular festival itself and this workshop is the fact that you can learn how to develop your film making skills. And I think another thing about it is the fact that you've only got 24 hours, max 48 hours, so you're sort of like focused on making something out of nothing in the shortest amount of time with the material that you have, basically, the city, and then just sort of showing it to people straight out. So you don't need a budget, you don't need 1 year, you don't need 20,000 people. Quite frankly, you just need you and your camera and a pair of legs, and off you go.
The workshops and final screenings are free, which means that aspiring filmmakers can find advice, a film crew, and the opportunity to exhibit their work on the big screen for no money at all. It's factors like this that make Berlin the heart of creativity in Europe.
Berlin is a beautifully creative place. It's got a creative history. So in the 20s, it was the centre of European filmmaking and the arts, across the arts. Now it's still a place where young people, for fairly cheap rents, they can find somewhere to live. So you've got people travelling from all over the world to Berlin to live creatively and to make things.
It definitely is a hub for future artists looking to get their work out, and I think Berlin British Shorts has done a really good job in getting those key creatives in the film industry, anyways, to sort of exhibit their work.
I think in Britain we could probably learn from it because it's funded, people are coming together and producing things, and in the end, people will go on to become great filmmakers and make money for countries.
With an ongoing programme of austerity and cuts to the arts and education, the UK doesn't look like it's going to learn from Berlin anytime soon. But this should make us even more grateful for the work of British Shorts Berlin and Sputnik Kino for giving the opportunity to UK filmmakers to screen their work and follow in the footsteps of countless others in finding an outlet for their creativity in Europe's capital of cool.